Evil is one of those capital-letter topics in writing. It's right up there with love, death, beauty, friendship and fate. Perhaps that is on the grounds that evil, similar to death, surprises us. Sometime, we are in general guaranteed an opportunity experience with evil, however we can't anticipate while it's approaching for us, and we can think about what difficult structure it will take. The vast majority of us have experienced sufficient genuine scoundrels to realize evil isn't hooved and horned. Most stunningly, evil comes to us in human structure, and the picture it first advances is sensible, even appealing. Evil shows up to the new employee screening with an amazing resume and grandiose discussion about further developing benefits. It makes an appearance to the principal date with a fistful of blossoms and an attractive grin, holding open entryways and expressing out loud whatever it detects you most need to hear. Various individuals in history have become popular for their activities. The activities could be great, they could be awful, and they could be shrewd. It is the activities that let us know how individuals submitting them would be arranged. The ones who do malicious come to be known as underhanded. Be that as it may, who are the most ridiculously insidious individuals throughout the entire existence of mankind? We have accumulated a rundown for you. Assuming that you can't help contradicting us, do tell us. Before we move on to the next step, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Number 10. Elizabeth Bathory. A countess in Hungary, explicitly the Carpathian Mountains, was known as Countess Dracula, quite possibly the most ridiculously underhanded individual. She was known to have killed 650 young ladies. The quantity of casualties is disputable on the grounds that nobody makes certain with regards to them. She was even said to have killed and eaten her workers. Some even say that she is horrible to the point that she would wash in her casualties' blood. After being gotten, she didn't get any preliminary and was placed in a little room. She kicked the bucket following 4 years. Number 9. Adolf Hitler. Hitler needn't bother with any presentation. He was liable for the slaughters of the Jews. Furthermore, the herd of the Nazis, his devotees, stays there even presently. He was underhanded to the point that he didn't think the Jews were people. Simply, the gas tests were liable for the homicide of 300,000 individuals. Number 8. Mary I of England. Liable for killing various Protestants, Mary I of England was known as the Bloody Mary. Despite the fact that she meant to re-establish Catholicism inside England, the disciplines for those she considered blasphemers were plain dreadful. Besides, it was not useful thinking about that right after her passing, the most common way of restoring Catholicism got turned around. Number 7. Vlad Dracula. Usually known as Vlad Dracula, the sovereign of Wallachia administers threefold, in 1448, 1456–1462, and 1476. It is said that his character turned into the motivation for the unbelievable Dracula. His strategy for killing implied that the casualty would have his legs attached to ponies. A very much oiled stake would then be embedded through the backside. It was constrained inside the body and would then arise through the mouth. Piercing his casualties was his cherished hobby that he became known as Vlad the Impaler. Number 6. Myra Hindley. Having a place with Britain, Myra and her accomplice were answerable for the more kills that occurred during the 1960s. They would capture, physically torment, and murder youngsters. She didn't show any regret until the end. Number 5. Amelia Dyer. Amelia Dyer is noted to have killed in excess of 400 infants during the Victorian period. She called it child cultivating, where she would persuade single and youthful moms to allow her take to mind of the infants. The bodies would be unloaded in the Thames River. Number 4. Attila the Hun. Attila, the Hun, nicknamed Attila the Scourge of God, was detestable to the point that he killed and ate his own children and siblings. Assuming individuals would ask him for benevolence, he would in any case kill them. Individuals thought of him as the discipline of God for their bad behaviors. Whenever a lady rejected his hand in marriage, he killed her and 11,000 of her buddies. Number 3. Aileen Wuornos. Aileen was a whore who might kill and ransack men. Whenever she was gotten, she guaranteed that she did it justifiably. In any case, it was subsequently uncovered that he deliberately killed each of them 6. She was condemned to death by deadly infusion. Number 2. Ted Bundy. The attractive chronic executioner took advantage of his looks by getting young ladies on the side of the road. They would energetically get in his vehicle, and that is the reason he was looked far up some other time in the timetable. Up to that point, he killed various young ladies. In any event, when he was gotten, the media painted him in a positive light since he looked decent. Number 1. Ivan the Terrible. Ivan from Russia lived during the 1500s. From youth, he was unadulterated evil, tossing creatures from tall structures. Whenever a grown-up, he started doing slaughters and consuming entire towns and urban communities. The kind of killings he would arrange went from decapitating, choking, hanging, blinding, consuming, cutting, among different disciplines, and he might want to watch it occur. These are only probably the most ridiculously underhanded individuals on the planet's set of experiences that one should know about. Hope this video is helpful for you. Press the bell icon so you can get notifications of my every video.